After 6 years of renovating the chateau, we can now start renovating the 200-year-old coach house. We started by cleaning the interior and removing all the ivy, and today we'll finally begin the structural repairs. But there's one more big and urgent task: taking care of the giant sycamore tree in front of the coach house. It hasn't been pruned for decades, and its branches stretch dangerously over the roof. This job is beyond our comfort zone, so we called in Jérôme, our farmer friend, and his team. I am excited to finally work with Benoit, our carpenter, again on a big project. So excited in fact that I even helped him dismantling his scaffolding on another building site and bring it back to ours. We start working on the beams and sorting out the problem with the beams in the coach house. Exciting moment, because that's the most important thing to do before we can do anything else. But before we can sort out the beams, I need to clean up all the things that are in the attic space. That's what I'm going to do now. But let's have a look what we have to do in the first place up there. As you can see here, I pressed hard on the floor to test it, and it did not withstand my weight. So this means that you should not stand here. I mean, I'm standing on the beam, which by itself is rotten. So not a good idea, because it will be a big fall. So tomorrow all this area will be repaired, and we'll check out which other areas need a repair. All this is like a little scary. But here as well, you see that? Now look at this beautiful view you would have from up here. Okay, this is all so dusty, it's quite terrible. But I have no choice. Now I don't want to know what's in this bag. Just a bag and... oh. I have gloves somewhere, I'm gonna wear some gloves. Definitely gonna wear these gloves. With Jérôme and the cherry picker here, we also had to make the difficult decision to cut down another giant sycamore tree with a lot of signs of sickness. We lost so many of these trees in a storm a couple of years ago, and we know how brutal it is when they come down. If this tree would fall, and it could fall anytime now, it will take down our beloved horse chestnut tree, so there's not really a choice but to cut this down completely. Now Jérôme is cutting down this massive tree here, like the stem, what's left of the tree. I don't know how he's going to do that, but if anything fails here, either the house is broken, the other tree is broken, or a hedge is broken, so I hope everything goes well. It's a bit challenging. I could feel the ground shaking. That was a massive thud. Oh, we can plant a new tree. On peut replanter un nouvel arbre. C'est ça. You can see inside the tree, it's not healthy.
Nice.
Hallo Hildegard! Wie war die Reise?
Oh, es geht mir sehr gut. Ich bin wieder da.
Ich bin so froh, dass Philipps Mutter kommt. Ich kann mit ihr Deutsch üben. But whenever she's here, I'm also reminded that I can't fully join in the conversations and my level of German is definitely holding me back. But life is really busy, which is why I need a flexible solution like Lingoda, an online language school, which also happens to be this week's ad. Lingoda has over 800,000 classes yearly, 24/7, so you can learn whenever it suits you and from wherever you are. The classes are live and with native speaking teachers, and they're always really interactive and fun.
Ne? Vorstellen. Introduce myself. Vorstellen.
Vorstellen. Plus, the class sizes are the smallest in the market, so you always have plenty of time to practice speaking or ask questions when you don't understand. They offer different plans depending on the intensity of learning you want, such as Lingoda Flex or Lingoda Sprint, which is a 2-month challenge where you can receive 50% cashback of the tuition you paid to join the challenge. Lingoda offers French, German, English, Business English, Spanish, or Italian. If you want to experience personalized language learning with Lingoda, click the link in our description, choose your intensity, and use our code ANNA2025 for $25 off when signing up.
L'idée c'est pas de... Benoît, l'idée c'est pas de tout refaire à la maison, c'est juste de renforcer les poutres.
Ah bon?
Oui.
Ah bah non, moi je vais tout casser moi.
Non, non.
Je veux casser moi.
So all this is rotten, and here it's okay. So we need to replace the whole beam, and this is the reason why all these beams are rotten as well, because it comes from the wall, from the wet wall. No breathing because of the plaster. By the way, do you see what I do to film for you guys? The danger. Look at that. I'm standing on a ladder. It looks dangerous, it is dangerous, but I do it for YouTube, for our 500,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for everybody who has subscribed recently, because we are beyond happy to have 500,000 people watching us doing things we're doing. And that's why I'm standing on this ladder, fearless, brave, for the next 500,000 by the end of this year. This is dry rot, merule in French. I mean, it's dead, it's not alive anymore, but yeah, you want to get rid of these because... Ah ouais, là il y a une grosse... Oh, there was a big dry rot mushroom. Wow. There's another dry rot mushroom here. Lot of dry rot. By now we figured out that the reason for all this rot was a leaky chimney. It has been removed at one point in history, but the damage has never been repaired. Aïe! Ah!
Je t'avais dit de mettre les chaussures de sécu. Pourquoi t'as pas pris les mêmes que les miennes?
Oui.
Ça c'est de la chaussure de sécu.
Benoit always wears his safety shoes.
Ah oui.
It's another trace of dry rot mushroom. tu viens ici pour visiter. Au moins, tu as les clous. Et maintenant. Tiens, est-ce que ça tient?
Ah oui.
Un homme de ma taille.
Qu'est-ce que toi?
Now we just need to lift up the whole ceiling to remove the rotten beam. Bad boy cut. Good boy, bad boy. Wow.
Enlever un truc.
Très bien beau. So good progress today. The beam is gone. And now we can just get the new beam in and take care of the rotten parts on the other side in the other room. So we are buying 180 euros worth of oak beam, but it needs to be oak. It's much better. So we are at Benoit's workshop because we need to cut this massive beam that we just bought. We can't do it with a small saw, so here we use this big saw. Yeah, we did it. It's in 2 pieces now. Wow, that was not easy. Comment tu as fait ça tout seul? Yeah. Voilà. Ah! Là, il faut pas rigoler. Oh! Yes. Voilà, bravo, hein, en tout cas. Parce que je sais que c'est pas facile pour un homme de ta taille. Il me manque 2 cm chez toi. J'ai besoin de 3 cm.
Tu tapes ou tu coupes?
Ah bon?
Allez,
Non mais je t'ai dit, il faut la masse, hein. Je vais chercher la masse. Non mais tu vas pas attendre, le faire maintenant sans rien et j'ai l'air con. Non, non, c'est pas juste. Mais j'aurais pu le faire, hein, c'est parce que tu l'as fermé. Tu l'as tenu, c'est pas vrai, c'est pas vrai, c'est pas vrai.
Ça fait 2 heures que je t'attends. C'est bon, quoi.
Look at this now. I'm so happy. Look, it's in there. Beautifully new oak beam supporting these beams. Oh, so now we can fill up all these gaps here and up here and seal it in, and most importantly release the pressure on these beams so they can sink down in place. One last important thing is to screw in the new joists to replace the rotten part of the beams. moment you all waited for, of course, because if we take these two beams off, we see if our work was successful or if the whole house will crumble on our heads.
Donc là, ça y est, c'est bon. On est lâché.
Tadam!
Allez, au revoir.
Allez. T'as un côté christique quand tu fais ça, quand tu transportes ça.
Tu m'aurais dit le diable, d'accord.
Oui,
S'il te plaît.
c'est fait.